Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the 30 Defense Ironman 2 Master Combat Achievements series. This episode has the most progress out of all of the episodes so far, PVM-wise. I am really looking forward to sharing this one with you guys, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm starting off this episode with some combat achievements, and then I work into some of my PVM goals. There is a pretty big drop towards the end that I think that you guys will be excited to see. I also decided to not include OSRS music in this episode. I don't think that adding the music brings a lot of value to my videos, and honestly it takes so long to edit, to choose what songs to include in the video, and to balance the audio. However, if you guys really enjoy the music and want it back, just let me know and I can include it in future videos, but I wanted to see how this episode would go without it. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. There is 25 kills at the Crazy Archaeologist, and I believe that is every combat achievement completed. Let me get out of the wilderness here, and then I'll show the achievement log. Can you not use that? I didn't know you couldn't use this book in the wilderness. Oh, great. And my home teleport's on cooldown, so I'm going to have to run over to Ferox. Well, never mind. I guess while we run over there, I'll show you the... Here we go. Crazy Archaeologist green logged. So next, I'll be working on some questing. Well, actually, I'm going to go eat some lunch. So I still haven't made all of those brews that I have prepared in my bank. So while I eat some food, I'm going to make those brews. I have about 1,000 pre-made. I just need to add the nest to them, and then I'll get started on the questing. Perilous Moon's completed. Geez, doing that quest, doing the Blood Moon with low defense and low stats is miserable. It took me like 3 tries to kill the Blood Moon. I ended up having to bring brews. That's the last quest I needed to do the Final Dawn, so that's what I will be doing next. There is the Final Dawn completed. I'm pretty sure the Arcan Blade is pretty strong. Yeah, I mean, it's my best stab weapon, so this is probably what I'll use at TOA. And you get a nice antique lamp, which I am going to use on prayer. 55,000 prayer, up to level 66 and 84 combat, meaning one more combat level until I can start using Neve as my Slayer Master. Sailing came out a few days ago, so I just wanted to let you guys know what my plan was for sailing. I don't plan on participating in any sailing activities unless it's necessary to achieve the goal of Master Combat Achievements. I imagine that the Slayer boss that came out with sailing is going to have some achievements associated with it. It's a pretty low level Slayer boss as well, so I imagine that the tasks will be pretty easy. So I do see myself eventually training a little bit of sailing once those achievements come out, but until then, I will not be participating in sailing unless absolutely necessary for my goals. I decided that I wanted to buy some more rewards from the Slayer shop, so I just bought Bleed Me Dry, but I got a Crawling Hands task and I realized that I don't have Ring Bling unlocked. I'd like to be able to craft Slayer rings finally, so I will go ahead and purchase that as well. I have plenty of points left over, so I will craft some Slayer rings and continue on the Slayer grind. Okay, I definitely was not prepared for this, but there is 85 combat, meaning I can start doing better Slayer tasks. I'm done doing this skipping crap, which is nice. I'm just going to finish out this Greater Demons task. I don't have an Arclight yet, but really it's honestly not too bad with the Leaf-Bladed Battle Axe, so I'm going to just crank through this task and then get going with some Neve tasks. I decided that tonight I want to try and do some solo Royal Titans. My gear is going to be kind of scuffed, but I think I'll be able to do some decent kills. Rocky, there's nothing over there. I'm sure you could hear my dog. Anyway, I need to make some enchanted adamant bolts in order to use my rune crossbow at the Royal Titans, but I have 0 bolts. Since I have no adamant bolts, I need to use bars and smith them into bolts, but I have no adamant bars, so I need to go to blast furnace to make the bars, and I don't have ice gloves, so here I am getting the ice gloves. Anyway, I will make a good amount of adamant bars. I'm being lazy, and I made 162 bars. I could obviously make a lot more. I want to see how far this gets me, and I'll just obviously make more if I need more. Here's what the setup is looking like. It's pretty scuffed. We'll see how the kills go and, maybe adjust things later. I think it's kind of a small amount of food, so as long as I'm getting a decent number of kills per trip, it's not going to be a big deal, though. There's the first Royal Titan combat achievement. I figured I would go ahead and get that one done to start out. Looks like the kills are not the quickest. 551 followed by 531. That's I could probably get around 5-minute average kills once I get comfortable with it, which is fine with me. Okay, 2 more combat achievements. That one actually got pretty close. As you can see, I was completely out of supplies. Let's keep going. There's the perfect Royal Titans. Honestly, I keep messing up the task where you have to kill them both during the special phase. I keep trying to chip them down. By kicking them, I take off the melee weapon, but I end up just killing one prematurely. So anyway, I'll be going for that task next. Finally, there we go. I don't know why that took me so many tries. There's that task done. Really, I don't have too many tasks left that I want to do right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ones that I have done. So just KC tasks, speedrunner tasks. Killing Titans without losing prayer points. Killing it 15 times without leaving. And I thought that was the one I just did. I need room. Kill the Royal Titans while extinguishing all fires. I wasn't even going for that one, dude. I thought I was doing the kill both Royal Titans while they were charging up their area attack. Clearly I didn't do that. I guess I need to figure that one out. So I guess you have to kill both of them on the Tide Pod before they actually start smashing. That's probably going to be easier to do that with a friend. I'll need a friend to do the speed time task anyway, so I'm just not going to worry about that task for now. I could try to go for the task where you kill it without losing any prayer points. Maybe I'll just go ahead and go for that one. It's 4 points, and I don't think I'll have a hard time doing that, so let's give it a try. Alright, I will admit that the no prayer task took me like 3 tries. It was a little bit harder than I expected with scuffed gear. Anyway, I just decided to camp like mage gear and do one-way switches to make it easier. And yeah, it ended up working. So there's a 4-point task. And never lucky. There we go. I actually got the it takes too long task done. I decided since it was possible to do solo, I wanted to try and get it done solo. So it only took a few kills to actually get that one done. Just kind of had to wait for the Tide Pod to happen and just get lucky on DDS specs. But there it is. Okay, I just got this clue step on Laguna Aurora. What the hell? What the hell is that? It's a... Dude, this is a fucking sailing clue step. No thanks. You have to get 58 sailing to get there? Yeah, this clue is getting dropped. Sorry. Alright, there we go, guys. That is 75 attack, 1900 total. That's a pretty good milestone. 18 kill count. Dude, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'd say I got pretty lucky on that one, and it was a really close kill. Cool. I'm pretty happy to have that. So I've never used this prayer scroll on another account. There we go. Dead Eye. And there it is. Okay, let's go for Vigor next, and if I get Vigor before the 2, well, I guess I'm gonna get Vigor before the other crown piece, So, I don't know, I probably just won't go for that staff. I'll just get Vigor and get out, because I don't want to have to kill more than I have to. And I don't see myself using the staff for very long, because I'm just going to replace it with the eye or something. Random detour here, I'm going to do some of the Hespori combat achievements. This is the first Hespori that I've done on this account. These, I'll see how many I can do on the first kill. I won't be able to do the speed times, that's for sure, but I'll try to do all that I can, so let's see how this goes. Okay, I think that was a good kill. Plant-based diet, and then during the kill I got Weed Whacker. Finish off with a special attack. Okay, that's the one I missed. And kill 5 times, so whatever. The other tasks are pretty easy. The speed times will come with time, and then I can finish off the next kill with a special attack. Anyway, let's harvest this one. See if I get anything. Oh, Chronos Seed, no way. Oh, and I need a Seed Dibber. I decided that I am going to go ahead and go for the Adamant gloves. On this account, I mean, I'm pretty close to getting them. I just needed to do a few of the subquests. I'm pretty close to being able to boost my mage level to enchant Onyx jewelry to make the regen bracelet, for example, but honestly, the GP restriction is where I'm struggling right now. I just don't have a lot of money, and the Adamant gloves are basically the same. So I'll just go ahead and go for the gloves until I have enough money to justify getting the regen bracelet. Part of the problem is, too, is I'm going to start getting Zenites here pretty soon, and that's going to be a lot of GP in Onyxes if I don't get lucky getting them from Zulrah. So anyway, I'm going to work on getting the Adamant gloves next. I finished enough quests to buy the Adamant gloves here and wear them, so that is a new upgrade for the account. There's one more RFD subquest that I can do. So it's the Freeing King Awowogi. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get that one done just so I don't have to worry about RFD ever again. There we go. There is the monkey piece done. That unlocks the Apatol teleport. I'm taking a little break from the Slayer grind. I decided to get some more combat achievements knocked out. I also want the pendant that you get from Amoxliatl, so that is the boss I'm going to be killing right now. I'm not sure if the glacial bopper things are going to be useful to me at all, but I need to get them anyway for a combat achievement. I think I can knock out all the achievements with the exception of the speed times, so I'll just go ahead and get those knocked out. There we go, there's the pendant on KC4. There we go, 10 kills in one trip. I also knocked out a couple other combat achievements on the first kill. Nothing difficult. The next task I'm going to go for is doing a kill without losing any prayer points, and then I'll see what else I need to do. Okay, that is much easier to do that without losing any prayer points than Royal Titans, that's for sure. It took me one try. All that's left is 20 kill count, the Glacial Tamali task, and the speed times. So I will see how long it gets me to get the Tamali. I'll just keep grinding it here until I get that. There is the Glacial Tamali at 75 KC, and it looks like I actually almost got the less than 1 minute speedrun time. Cool. So let's go ahead and finish up the last combat achievement here for now by getting a kill wielding these bad boys. I guess I need some inventory space. Boom. There we go. And there is that combat achievement done, so now we can move on from here and go do something else. Probably just get back to Slayer and try to get that antler guard. Good news, I got 2 ancient shard drops this task, and I have one in the bank, meaning I can finally make the Arclight. I think that's the last item I was waiting on before starting to do demonic gorillas on a black demon task, so I'm going to do Monkey Madness 2 when I feel up to it, maybe the next time I get a black demon task, so I can start hunting for Zenites. I got a Fire Giant task, so I guess that means that I'm going back to the Royal Titans. Today, Jagex announced that you can now use XP lamps and Tears of Guthix rewards on sailing. In order to unlock this ability, you need to complete the Pandemonium, the introductory quest. So I will be completing that quest. Then I will do the Tears of Guthix quest and try to do a game of Tears of Guthix to boost the sailing level up as much as possible. Since sailing currently is my lowest level, this is the only way that I can get the Lumbridge Achievement Diary step. I think it's like 150 points from Tears of Guthix or something. You know, I don't know if it'll put me up to level 30 or not. I don't know how much XP I'm going to get from it. So if I mess it up on the first try, like maybe I can have a second go at it. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be working on now. Okay, the Pandemonium and the Tears of Guthix is completed. Okay, I think that's it. Oh my gosh, that was really close. 153. I think 150 is what you need, and that's true. 1,760 sailing XP, level 14. So even if I didn't get it there, I did have another try. But nice. I'm happy with that. I've spent a couple of hours doing sailing now. I've hit 37 sailing. I've charted a lot of the things around the ocean, and then I've been doing the Temper Tantrum Barracuda trials. I did the Marlin rank one. It's pretty easy, so I'm just going to keep doing sailing until I get bored of it. Here we go, 45 sailing, so that's what I need to do the Troubled Tortugans quest. I'm pretty sure that's like the last requirement I need to do the Slayer stuff. So I'll probably just do that quest and stop with sailing here. And holy crap, no way. Yeah, so I guess I just got super spooned on both of those prayers. That's crazy. What? 26 KC, and I have the Mystic Vigor and whatever it's called, the Deadeye Prayer, unlocked, so I guess I never have to go back to Royal Titans. Alright, here we go, the first Custodian Stalker task. I'm already on the Ancient Spellbook, ready to barrage them. I just need to buy some more runes and then get that task knocked out. It would be excellent if I got the Antler Guard on the first task, but no guarantees. I think it's 1 in 600 on task, so we'll see. Unfortunately, I did not get spooned the Antler Guard on this first task. I'm going to keep killing them on task, to be honest. I'm not super rushed to get the Antler Guard. If I start getting to some higher level PVM and I feel like I need it, I'll grind out Custodian Stalkers without doing a task, but for now I'm just going to stick with doing tasks. There we go, there's 83 magic. The level up was interrupted because I'm getting constantly attacked by these guys. But that is the level that's needed to enchant Onyx Jewelry with a +4 boost. I'll be using a magic potion, a +4 boost, since it's very easy to do so. The first Onyx Jewelry piece I'm going to be making is the Amulet Fury, so that I can eventually make the Blood Fury. And then the Onyx piece of jewelry that I'm going to make after that is probably the Regen Bracelet. So I'm just going to stay here and finish the task and see how much GP I have in the bank. I do not think I have enough to even buy an Onyx right now, but we'll figure that out at some point. Oh, hell yeah. Antler Guard at 345 KC. The account continues to get spooned. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Okay, I'm pretty happy to get that one. I'm not gonna lie. I actually need to look up the stats. I'm pretty sure it's better than the Book of Darkness, so I'm just gonna wear that. It does look like the Book of Darkness has a +1 attack bonus on the Antler Guard, and all the other stats are comparable. So I guess it technically is better to use the Book of Darkness in this case. Quick update for you guys. I hit 73 Slayer. The combats are looking pretty good. 87 combat. I just got a Jad task, so I'm going to see if I can squeeze out enough resources to get an Onyx to make the Amulet of Fury for the task. And then I also unlocked Griffins. I didn't realize that I didn't even buy that since I got the sailing level to kill them. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this Amulet of Fury made and then go ahead and hit this Jad task. Okay, to be honest, I didn't realize how much runite ore I had. I can definitely buy multiple onyxes with this. So much, in fact, that I am also going to make a regen bracelet, and I'll still have enough rune ore left over for my first couple of Zenites. In addition to that, I have a ton of Adamant and Mithril. All of those ores you can sell for Toggle at the shop, but the runite obviously being the best, and it really doesn't take very much runite. If I remember correctly, maybe it's around like 200. Especially if you're only selling like 5 per world, I'm going to get a ton of Toggle for these runite ore. So that's how I'm going to be getting my first couple of onyxes. There's 2 onyxes purchased. I have 100 runite ore left over, so it actually cost a little bit more than I thought. I thought it was around 200 rune ore, but it was 250 each, approximately, selling 5 per world. But really, that's not too bad since it didn't cost me any GP, and I'm running low on that stuff. So let's go ahead and make this jewelry. There we go. Here is the Amulet of Fury and the Regen bracelet made. All I had to do is drink a magic potion to have the magic level for that. So yeah, pretty happy to have those items acquired. Let's go ahead and do that Jad task. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I went to go record me killing Jad because he was literally 1 hit away, and I didn't switch prayers when he attacked me, so I lost the kill. I was going to do, I had denying the healers, I had the don't let the melee guys heal, and don't get hit by a bat, so I would have gotten 3 combat achievements, but yeah, I fucked it up. So there goes like 40 minutes of my life. This time the Jad was successful, but I definitely did the denying the healers, and you didn't say anything about a bat tasks, but I did log out during the fight, so I guess that doesn't count for combat achievements because I didn't get the combat achievements. Pretty confident I did those without making a mistake. I guess next time I have to do it without logging out. I am looking for something pretty easy going to do tonight, so I decided that I am going to do some Hueycoatl. I'm just going to be doing mass worlds. I think eventually I'll be doing solos, maybe once my stats are a little bit better, or if I feel like multi-logging and doing the pillars on my alt, but for now I just kind of want to chill and do some kills. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully I get the Hueycoatl hide. That's kind of the main thing I'm after, but of course any other drops that I get along the way would be very welcome. I got up to 77 KC at Huey and I ran out of blood runes, so I thought this was a good place to stop. If I look at the combat achievements here, got 7 tasks done. Missing a couple of ones that I just can't be asked doing right now, but if you noticed, I'm 1 point away from the next tier, which is going to be the medium tier. So I'm just going to try to knock out an easy task. There's a lot of easy ones in here, so I'll just decide which one I want to do right now and go ahead and claim those rewards. There we go, there's the medium combat achievements. Let's go ahead and pick up that reward. Let's go ahead and claim this lamp. And of course, it's going to be used on prayer. 10,000. Holy. I decided that I'd like to start doing Saradomin God Wars Dungeon to get an armadillo crossbow. The idea being that I'll use the armadillo crossbow at Doom and, other places until I have some other alternative. Probably the next weapon I would get is a twisted bow. Other than that, I don't think I would use anything else. I decided to get some ecumenical keys to do Sarah God Wars Dungeon, and while I'm at it, I am zero timing the imp beats for Imp Catcher because I have not done that quest yet, so it's kind of a 2 birds with 1 stone deal. Anyway, I will give you guys an update once I have, I think I can only hold 3 ecumenical keys, so I'll give you guys an update once I have all 3, and we'll start doing Sarah God Wars Dungeon. I've got all my keys and the beads. Well, I was looking, and since I have the medium wilderness diaries, technically I can get 4 keys, but I've been here for so long, and I pretty much have a almost a full inventory. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. I'm getting bored. So I'll go ahead and do the Imp Catcher quest to get rid of these beads, and then we will get ready to do Sarah Godwar's dungeon. I decided that it would be a good idea to actually get bones to Peaches before doing Commander Zilyana, so I went ahead and got that done. It did not take long at all, and that has been unlocked. So I'm going to make some tabs, Bones to Peaches tabs, and we'll get along with it. Here's the setup I'm going with. I ended up making some Bones to Peaches tabs, and then I think that I'll be bringing thralls for the kills. I don't know, like prayer pot to stamina to range potion ratios. I'll see how this first trip goes, and then we'll change it up as needed. Well, everything was going well, and then I made a mistake when flicking the minions, and I died pretty much right after I killed the boss on the 7th kill of the trip. This is what my supplies were looking like, so for my next trip up, I'll go ahead and adjust my inventory so that I can last longer. I think I will maybe bring 1 less stamina and replace that with a prayer potion, and that should be fine. Since I did the Zilyana trip and I decided to do a Slayer task, and look at that, I got black demons. So I'll be doing Monkey Madness 2 at some point and passively work on my first Zenite jewelry piece. There's the combat achievement for finishing Hespori off with a special attack, and let's see if I get the bucket. No, but I do get an Addis seed. There we go, Monkey Madness 2 is completed. Let's see what level ups I get from this. Ooh, I get the seed pod. Alright, 75 Slayer for gargoyles, that's huge. 81 Agility. Okay, the Slayer Tower Ivy, nice. Good timing for the Gargoyle Slayer task. Anything else? That's it. Okay, cool. I guess I will be doing Commander Zilyana and Demonic Gorillas whenever I have a Black Demon Slayer task. Actually, right now, since I have a Black Demon Slayer task, I have 3 totems, so I'm going to get some Skotizo CAs done before that task is over, since it'll be easier to do it with a Slayer Helm. So I will be doing that at some point before the task is completed. I'm doing my first Onyx trip, and I guess I got a heavy frame on 10 KC. That's pretty crazy. I hope that I would hope that it was a Zenite, but a heavy frame will do. I also brought the Arcan Blade as a spec weapon, but I realized that the burn doesn't persist when it changes to the melee prayer, so I'm going to bring a DDS instead. But otherwise, the trip went pretty good. Looks like you can solo them pretty well without having to do an alt method like on a 1 defense account, so I'll just keep doing it this way. Here is my first trip at Zilyana. I wanted to show you guys an example kill of what you should expect doing the prayer flicking method here. This is a couple kills into the trip, but I wanted to provide a good clean example in case any of you guys are curious of how to do the flicking method and what you would expect. So I'll let this kill play out, and I will provide you guys with an update once something interesting happens at Zilyana. We are getting close to the end of the kill here. If you notice how I keep the rotation and attack the melee minion Starlight, you can automatically off-tick the 3 minions if you keep it and cycle it as I do in this example, so I hope that's helpful for you guys who might struggle with off-ticking the minions. Of course, I forget to start the recording, but there is a Saradomin sword, which I guess is my first unique from Zilyana. Obviously would have preferred for it to be something else, but it's nice to see something. That trip was pretty good. I got 12 kills, much better than the last one. So I think the inventory I came in with was solid. I got a lot of super restore and brew drops, so the extra prayer pots, let's say I get unlucky with super restore drops, I think I would have had the same size trip if I didn't get those. So let's just keep on going. Also, I'd like to mention I'm not going to be going for any of the Zilyana CAs right now. Most of them you need a private instance anyway, but with this gear, it's just making it harder than it needs to be. I just had a really good trip at Zilyana. I'm up to 43 kill count. I'm out of ecumenical keys, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there for now. I'm going to now try and get some of these Skotizo combat achievements.
Oh, does this one hit me? No. What's the...
There we go, there's precise positioning and Skotizo champion. For some reason I didn't get the killing it with a Demon Bane weapon. I thought that equipping the Arclight right as the explosion hit would count, but apparently that didn't. But no biggie, I can just do another kill, obviously. There we go, got a couple of combat tasks done on this one. Let's see what I have left. 5 times without taking any damage and without equipping a Demon Bane, so I should be able to get evasion and up for the challenge on my last totem, and then kill Skotizo 5 times is gonna have to wait. What the heck just happened? Why did I get teleported out? Did I accidentally click something I shouldn't have? The boss was literally 6 HP left. Oh my gosh, I spent so long doing that. Oh well, I guess I need to get another totem. There's the demonic gorillas task completed. Unfortunately, not a single Zenite from this task. I really don't mind doing demonic gorillas. They're kind of fun and pretty chill. So let's see if we can get another good task. I am going to go ahead and extend black demons. I didn't realize I didn't do that. So let's extend those. And can you, whenever you get gargoyles, yeah, we want gargoyles extended too. So there goes a lot of my points. I hope that I don't have to do any skipping. Let's see, anything else while I'm here? That's good for now. All right, let's see what we get. Fire giants. I mean, I guess I'll do them. Today is a new day. 4 ecumenical keys ready to go to send to Zilyana. By the way, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, but you can use the blindfold to hide the annoying blinding white floors here at God War's Dungeon. So for the rest of my kills here, I'll be using the blindfold, and you can just use the skybox color as the floor. This looks much nicer on the eyes than the pure white floors. This should be the 50 kill Zilyana achievement. Just 100 kills left for the last kill achievement milestone. Oh my god, no way. Saradomin hilt on 60 KC. I'm so lucky. This account is crazy. I guess all I need left is the Armadillo crossbow. Alright, I just finished that massive trip at Arma. Got the Saradomin hilt. Let me see how many kills I actually got in this trip. I started at 52. So 16 kills on that trip. That's pretty good. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks guys for being patient while I created this one. I wanted it to be an absolute banger with lots of content in it, lots of meaningful content, and I hope that I delivered on that. I will see you guys in the next episode.